What's up, YouTube? So, yesterday I spent. So, thank you, Trucker Bill. Thank you, Trucker Bill. Thank you, Trucker Bill. So, I had a load that had to go into San Jose, which is outside of San Francisco area, like southern San Francisco. Pretty dry. At least what I saw this morning coming in, or coming back, because I'm going on my way back to Utah. I had a load that went in there, and Bill is from Oakland. It's his original home. That's where he's from. And he did a lot of driving in this area when he first started out. Well, like I said, when I get back with him, my phone was doing weird, so I wasn't able to do the little interview I would like to do with him. But Bill started out before there were CDLs. He started out in trucking, and he said he worked his way up from the docks. And when he first got his license, it was known as a chauffeur's license to drive semis. And he talked about he drove cab overs. So he's seen a lot of trucks before the comfort level, because actually our trucks are like little apartments in comparison to what he told me he used to drive. So I'm going to sit him down and do that. In October, when I get out to Lubbock, I'm going to see if I can arrange some time with my dad and his friend Nick. Nick was an engineer for the railroad. My dad was a brakeman, switchman. So, and I don't know if they can take me down to the depot, so you guys can see some stuff about transportation on the train side of it, because that would be interesting. If you can get in there, retirement on that is a pension, and like I told you, my dad sits at home $3,800 a month retirement, and insurance, all that stuff. Now, getting back to yesterday, so I got here yesterday into California. I stayed at a truck stop called the 49er, and I was telling you guys about pay for parking. 49er is a pay for parking truck stop. So, like I said, I like secure truck stops. Now, I'm going to be honest, when I read the reviews on Trucker Path and some other reviews, I don't know if it was Yelp or whoever gave me, I don't know if it's Yelp or Google, they did not have the most positive reviews. And I have some videos I got to put up on it. Now, I'm going to give you my verbal review of what I experienced. When I got in there, you pull a ticket just like you do at TA or Ontario or Petro Ontario. You get a ticket, it opens up the gate, and you find a park. If you're there for anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, it is free. If you go past that 4 hours, then you have to pay. That's just kind of how it works. So if you go past the 4 hours, you then have to pay. If you spend in purchases there at the 49er $50 or more, then your parking is free. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay to park. In the excuse me. In the situation that I was in, I actually ended up I ate dinner there. They have a diner. It's a 24-hour diner. I also bought. I'm a huge baseball cap person. So let me see. I don't know if I showed you any other video, but I'll show you. I got 2 new caps, and they had these types of hats like this and some other types with the corduroy and the little California bear on it. You could get 3 for $30, so $10 each. I like this one, but I didn't like all the caps they had. I'm very persnickety. I like caps with raised things, like really unique, odd caps. So this is one. It's got the Cali on there. I like it because it has plaid, which is very different. And so it's a trucker hat. You know, it's still trucker hats because it has the snaps. Although I also like fitted hats. I do. Do I have a fitted hat in here? I don't have one out. I think I have a fitted hat somewhere in the truck. And then this is another one, which was the San Francisco, which I really like. I love the black raised lettering, so I got that. So by the time I bought the 2 hats, and this hat was a little more expensive, and on the front it has all the little, like I said, I like unique. I love baseball caps with raised lettering. That's my thing. And you guys, it's very obnoxious if you see. I have plastic storage things with hats in them, like made for hats. Yeah, it's obnoxious. But I'm big. I've been wearing hats since I was in my 20s. I love baseball caps. I wore them back when I was home. When we could wear caps as a long distance operator, I worked for US. It was called US Sprint, not Sprint. Our Sprint was called, US Sprint back then. And now I think it's just Sprint. But back then it was called US Sprint long distance, and I was a long distance operator. And my hair was really long, and I had a ponytail. And I used to wear baseball caps all the time at work, because they didn't really care, tennis shoes, whatever, as long as you weren't exposed to anything. So probably the best. I made a lot of money back as a long. I made a lot of money as a long distance operator. can't believe how much money I made back then. Anyway, I bought those, and by the time my meal plus those hats, because those hats together were like $30. The meal was $20 because I got I got enough to take with me, and I had as far as to go, and I wanted to be back there tonight because their tacos, their street tacos were damn good. But unfortunately, it took my company a while to send me my load, and then I went back there to get the truck because they have a truck wash. So they do have also, that's another thing, they have truck wash, they have maintenance shop. It's kind of confusing because the fuel section says Pilot, okay, and Pilot is not an Ambest. So I don't know if that's kind of a deal they have with Pilot, but the repair and wash shop is Ambest. I don't know if that used to be an Ambest, and that part is Ambest, and the other part is Pilot. It's probably kind of a privately owned. They're their own entity, but they have aligned with those two companies. So Ambest is your truck wash maintenance, and then the fuel, I think, is Pilot. And I think you can do your Pilot showers in there, okay, just to be honest, I think. Now, and then they have a restaurant that's over there, and then right across the street, there's a hotels. I saw Burger King, and I guess there's a Black Bear Diner, which I know we have in Arizona, but I've never eaten there. I've heard they're very good. I didn't walk across the street, but I know other drivers said they have walked across the street, and that it was really good. The reviews that I saw on the 49er were that the 49er, they were rude. It was pretty negative. So if you guys go to Google, you can read them. They were rude, they were this, they were that, they were the other thing. Yeah, I'm near an airport, well, I'm near a military area. So, at this point, I didn't personally run into that issue. The first day, I didn't run into rude. I didn't run into it even today when I got it washed out. I will tell you what I did run into with the wash out because it was irritating. But when I went in to get my meal, I sat down. The girl asked me what I wanted, told her, looked at the menu, made my decision. I ordered my food, sat there, ate my food, got a to-go box, got some dessert, asked her for a tea to go. She did all of that, no hesitation. I went back through the store. At that point, my bill was $20, so I was like, okay, because I'm going to have to pay $15 to get out, which would have been a parking. So I'm figuring, $15 is a hat. Well, yeah, an extra hat, and there were 2 hats I like, so I'm going and buy them. So I got 2 hats. Like I said, I could have done the 3 for $30 and got 3 different hats, but I didn't like all the ones they had choices for the 3 for $30, and I really want the San Francisco hat. So I like the raised lettering and the little emblems on there. So I got those. I think when I go to my dad, I need to order a hat case. I'm gonna order my hat case. I need to order and have that shipped to him. Got that. Then I headed to, where did I go next? I stayed the night, got up the next morning, gave them my receipts with that, freight, boom, I was out. Headed towards the shipper, and this is where I thank Bill. My appointment was at 7 in the morning. Bill told me you need to leave at 3 in the morning because the traffic is going to be horrific if you wait, and you're going to be, and because he did tell me that, I got there at 6 o'clock in the morning. And the traffic was just starting to build as I was getting into San Jose. On top of that, the route that my jacked up GPS, I gotta get a GPS. The GPS is no longer working on my Qualcomm. It totally is blank right now. So thank God it's all, I know how to get to where I'm going once I get into Utah, because I gotta go to the terminal first, and hopefully they can get this fixed, and then I gotta find this little place where I'm delivering this load. So hopefully they can fix my Qualcomm, and I can get to where, if not, I can use my phone, but next week I will have a trucker GPS of my own. My company GPS sucks. Yeah. So went there, ate dinner. Food was good. I had the tacos. They also do barbecue, and the barbecue smelled pretty phenomenal. I'll do the 49er again. The only thing that I had frustration when I went back today, I just went for the trailer washout. I was going to go back there and stay for the night, but it took them a while to load me here, and I was running out of hours. When they got done loading, I had 16 minutes left on my clock. By the time I got in and got the paperwork, it was just going to be, I'm 9 minutes away from the truck stop right now, where I'm at. but it was going to be, I don't know what the traffic is like right now, so 9 minutes with no traffic. Me getting back on the freeway and getting there, I'm risking going over hours. So at this point, I'll just stay here. I have food in the truck, but I did order food. I ordered a gyro. There's a place that'll deliver here, and they have gyros and a little lasagna. So I ordered that, and part of it will be breakfast, part of it will be breakfast in the morning. I got to get back out and check my reefer because I have to wait for it to cool a little bit more, and then I got to send in my macro to say that it's cooled. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and put them down. But the 49er was okay. What irritated me about the 49er? So when I got there to get the trailer washed out, there was this long behind line of truckers, of trucks waiting to get washed. I'm like, frick, and then we were just sitting. I sat for about 15 minutes, and I was waiting for my company also to send me the authorization for the washout because I had called. And when I called the lady, I said, ma'am, all I'm doing is a trailer washout. Is this the line? She's like, yep, that's it. And then she hung up. So I'm sitting there, and then this other guy came up to me, and he rolled his windows down. He was like in a dump truck. That little pimple. He was in a dump truck. And he's like, is this the wash? I said, yeah, man. So I said, all I need is a trailer washout. I said, but I think I'm going to have to skip it. So he said, you might want to run around. He said, because there's a side where they do the trailer washout. She didn't tell me this. Yes. So at this point, she didn't tell me any of this. She didn't tell me, oh, there's a side where you can get the trailer washed out, pull up there. So when I finally listened to this dude, this other trucker, he's in the dump truck. I drove around because I was getting ready just to bail because I was too close. I got there with about 30-40 minutes before my appointment here to get loaded where I'm at. And these buzzards, I'm sitting there. So when I go around to where the trailer washout was, these guys are all sitting here with, I think, the supervisor or head dude. They just jacking up. I said, excuse me, all I'm trying to do is get a trailer washout, and you got a line of trucks out there. I said, do I have to wait in that line? Oh, no, I'll get you right now. And then they broke up. It was like this congregation of people in this damn talking about, I don't know what the hell, if they were having a meeting. And I said, well, you do realize, so it took me going over there for the trucks to start moving. So then I went around because he said, well, I wasn't sitting the right way. He says, I'll take you next. So when I went around so I could position so they could wash out my trailer. Yeah, man. Yeah. That was it. And then when I got inside to pay for the trailer, if you're using Com Data, they're going to charge you a $2 fee to cash your check. That pisses me off too. But it's not, I ain't paying for it. The company's paying for it. But, yeah. Not happy at all. Not happy at all. I'm waiting on my food to come. Anyway, what was I going to tell you? Oh, so that kind of pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie. It did tick me off. Yeah, it was kind of janky. I'll be honest, it was janky. That's been my new word lately, is janky. I don't know why. Anyway, y'all see, I didn't do my jail today. I just kind of let it go. So then when I got inside to pay, the lady was just slow as hell. I mean, slow. And this other truck driver, I guess he had dropped his truck off to someone with an airbag repair, and he was waiting for the airbag. So she's like, oh yeah, I got it in, but the people didn't come or whatever. The hell you mean the people didn't come? And so I'm short staffed, and then she's talking about I think this is my food. She might have to set him up for the next day if he left, because he's almost out of hours because he's on the e-log. I'm like, that's crazy as hell. But he's also crazy as hell because I wouldn't have I would have just left myself off and checked on it. But anyway, peace out. Talk to you later. Bye. Food is here.